Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a Q&A. It's been a really long time since I've done a Q&A. I'm gonna say I have a broken arm. It broke like right here, and it was too high to cast, so I just get this nice sling. I'm gonna start off with some questions on Instagram. So the first one is, what is your best accomplishment? My very last ride on Legend, we were having a lesson and we were doing it in one of the fields. It was kind of like a cross-country lesson. Me and Legend had been working on our upward transition from trot to canter for so long. We worked so hard on it. So we were having this one lesson and we did a transition like it was just trot, trot, canter. The lady who was giving us lessons said that it was a show-worthy transition. So it just made me feel really proud. So at least our last ride was a really good ride. What is your favorite horse breed? I really love the way thoroughbreds look. They have long legs and stuff, but I also really like how stocky quarter horses are. And Legend is a quarter horse, and I really love the way he moves. But I don't know, I'm gonna have to go with thoroughbred because they're just so nice. How old are Legend and Dreamer? Legend is 14 and Dreamer is like 18. Explain what happened about your arm. So I was riding a horse and I wasn't used to him. I've only ever jumped Legend and Dreamer, and they're both built very similar. They're both quarter horses and they're both like really wide, so I wasn't used to this horse at all, and my foot popped out of the stirrup and I don't really know what happened. He was very scopy and I just kind of got left behind in my stirrup. My foot came out of the stirrup, and my mom said because I like landed on his neck, my mom said what she thought was, because she was watching, and like when my foot came out of the stirrup, it kind of fell back and it kicked him, and I thought I was gonna stick it, but when I kicked him, he kind of like jumped and I just tumbled off and I landed on my elbow and everything jammed up. Okay, so I got quite a few questions asking what happened to Legend. I have a video on it. It's called I Can't Ride Legend Anymore. But basically his blood showed traces of EPM, and that's a parasite that affects his nervous system and spine, and that blocks signals from his brain to his feet, so without treatments he would lose awareness of his feet and fall. And we actually had a fall, and actually our very last ride we had to cut the lesson short because he almost fell again. He like went down on his knees, so we scheduled him a lameness exam and that is what they found. Have any tips on jumping position? My jumping position's not amazing. I wish it was better, but I like to take photos of me jumping, and then I'll basically I don't know, like I know how a good 2-point is supposed to look, so basically I'll just see like everything I'm doing wrong, and I won't try to fix it all at once, but if I'm not releasing enough, I try to really focus on getting my hands in where they're supposed to be for good release. Or if my shoulders are supposed to be back, I won't focus on anything but putting my shoulders back until it's like habit. What is one of your biggest pet peeves? Okay, I'm gonna explain this real quick, but I'm very businessy. I'm probably going to go to college for marketing, but I don't like it when people don't know the difference. Like people with like YouTube channels don't know the difference between ambassadorships, sponsorships, or reviews, because people will get a product to just review, but then they'll say like sponsored by this company when no, you just made a review for them. It's not a sponsorship. How tall are you? I am 5'4". How hard was it for you to start jumping? Physically or mentally? It was, I really wanted to do it, but it was very hard because Legend was a Western horse. He had done barrels, and I wanted to ride English and jump, but of course I didn't have a trainer or a barn. Will you ever ride Legend again? No. It's something we talked about. There would be a possibility that I could ride him, but then of course there's always that possibility that he could relapse. It's just too dangerous. I'll hop on him and walk him, but I won't trot him. Are you ever going to compete? I really want to, maybe next summer, but probably not. It may be like next fall. Who is your all-time favorite famous horse? 100% American Pharoah. He is so nice. Would you rather get a mare or a gelding? I prefer geldings over mares, but mares are okay. I don't know if I would want to own one. Apart from riding, what other sports do you like? I did gymnastics. I wasn't very good at it, but I still really liked it. But I quit that like in May because horseback riding was getting a tad bit expensive, and I also play violin. I'm going to move on to YouTube. Do you think you will continue show jumping and try to make it your life, or go back to Western? I want to continue doing show jumping. I would really like to do dressage in the future. I don't know. I think it's really cool. Will you still keep Legend when you go to college? Yes. Alright, what's the highest jump that you have jumped? I have jumped, well, I've officially jumped 2-3, but like, I've jumped the highest part of a cross rail because I kind of messed up. So technically I've jumped like 2-6 or 2-9. Would you ever want to rescue and train a horse? Yeah, I think that would be really cool eventually. I mean, right now I'm not experienced enough for that, but I think maybe in a few years. How old are you? I am 15. How's your neck and arm doing? So my neck got hurt when I fell because I also landed on my neck, but it doesn't hurt anymore. But when I went to the emergency room, they thought they were gonna have to do surgery on it. Okay, and now for the #1 asked question. Literally, I have barely any questions because everyone asked these questions. I would do drum roll, but I only have one hand. Try to get that energy flowing. Okay, I am buying a new horse, but there is a catch to that, okay? I got wonderful news from the doctor. I cannot ride until springtime because this was such a bad break. You know, like the ball that goes up, that connects to the humerus, that goes into the joint? Yeah, it broke right under that. The like round part of the bone was like sliding off, and I almost had to have surgery. Yeah, the break was so bad that if I'm just sitting here and I tip over, I'm going to need surgery. So I can't be around horses for at least another month, but then I can't ride for at least like another 2 months, I think. It's already been broken for a month, so it's going to be like 4 months without riding. So that's great. What horse was I riding when I broke my arm? I was trying out a horse when I broke my arm. He was an absolute dream. I loved him so much. His name was Theo, and I'm really sad. I actually was going to go back the following Friday after I broke my arm because I wanted to get PPE on him. But I decided to wait until I was better, and if he was still available, I was gonna go check him out again. But since I can't until springtime, I'm just gonna let him go. But I really loved him. He was my dream horse. I'm not even kidding. He was a 11-year-old OTTB, and he had the exact striding I wanted. Like exact. he was amazing, and I'm so sad. Like, and he was like in my price range, which is really awesome. Like, he was expensive, but she had a sick horse and another horse, and she couldn't afford him anymore, so she was going to drop the price a little bit for us. And yeah, he was so much fun to ride. Yeah, so it's going to be a really long time until I can look at horses again. I have one that I'm going to look at probably in January, but the owners are, it's like friends of friends, okay? So this horse may work out. We'll see. I'll go look at him, probably watch her ride him, and then if I'm interested, I'll probably go ride him in the springtime. So yeah, I'm getting a horse that I will be able to compete on and train, and I'll be getting a horse that already has jumping and competition experience. Yeah, I'm going to get a nice chill horse and I'm not going to get a young one, but I'm not going to get an old one. So I'm thinking around like 11 or 10 or 11. So yeah, that's the update on everything. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and bye.